This is a thank you video, an update on our aquaponics system, and a big shout out and thank you to Rob Bob Down Under for the actual piping and design of our aquaponics system. It has been up and running for a couple of months now. We have tilapia in the tank. I don't know if you can see them, but down there, swimming around, are fish. The minnows are still in there. We only ended up losing 3 of the minnows total while we were acclimating the tank. And now that the tilapia are in it, they're doing real well, they're growing, and everybody seems to be getting along just fine. Rob Bob did not give us the design for the tower. I don't know who to thank for it actually, because we built it in May of 2013. Just kind of from a lot of different videos that we saw. As you can see, I haven't gotten to Lowe's again to get the rest of my strawberry plants, but the ones that we have are doing extremely well. They've been producing not enough for the family, but everybody's had a taste, and the berries are real sweet. They're wonderful. Grow tank 1, we ended up putting in kale and lettuce and some radishes and cantaloupe along the back, and we have a piece of wire fence put up there for trellis for the cantaloupe. In bed 2, we have African squash in the back on the right, and a couple of cucumber vines on the left, and so far just a few odds and ends. Some basil, some sage, a little comfrey, and Tony's got these 2 tiny little peppers here in the front that I don't know if they're gonna do anything. Believe it or not, there are actually some onions growing on this end. You can see them. I forgot to mention and say another thank you for Aquaponics for the super simple, super easy Venturi. Mark Massengill, we watched his video on how to make a cheap, simple Venturi, and that thing works so well. I am so pleased with it. And so thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. I want to say thank you to Bobby, MHP Gardener, for our Dutch bucket setup idea. We followed his instructions to the letter, except we didn't have vermiculite. I happen to have a whole lot of gravel, so we just filled them up with gravel, and as you can see, these plants are doing wonderfully. The grape tomato is loaded with flowers. This beefsteak is getting thick and growing. The 2 Camparis are starting to get taller finally. This German Queen heirloom tomato that I picked up at the store when our tomatoes weren't doing so great. And then my one and only cherry tomato. I decided not to do a lot of cherry tomatoes because we always get gobs of them every time I grow them, and not that many of the people in my household really like tomatoes. But as you can see, it has flowers, it has fruit, coming. It's doing really well. So thank you, Bobby, MHP Gardener. And thank you, Rob Bob, for the whole, for all your video series on how to set up aquaponics. And also Mark Massengill for the really simple, really easy venturing. And it is remarkably well aerating our tank. So have a good day, everybody.